Welcome to this Tutor to You Sociology topic video on beliefs in society. In this video we're going to look at the work of Steve Bruce on fundamentalism. In his 2008 text, Fundamentalism, Steve Bruce examined the intricate relationship between monotheistic religions and the emergence of fundamentalism in his exploration of religion in the modern world. He argues that monotheistic faiths, with their emphasis on a single absolute truth and reliance on authoritative sacred texts, are particularly predisposed to fostering fundamentalist movements. According to Bruce, fundamentalism emerges as a reaction to the challenges posed by modernity, secularization, and globalization, as religious groups strive to defend traditional values against perceived threats to their beliefs. Bruce highlights that fundamentalism often arises when traditional religious communities feel endangered by the spread of modern values, secularization, or globalization. These groups may reject liberal attitudes towards issues such as gender equality, sexual diversity, or scientific advancements, which they perceive as conflicting with their religious doctrines. This resistance reflects a desire to maintain stability and certainty in a world that seems increasingly fluid and unpredictable. A core element of Bruce's analysis is the susceptibility of monotheistic religions, such as Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, to fundamentalism, the absolute nature of monotheistic truth claims, and their rigid doctrinal structures often foster exclusivity and resistance to external influences. In contrast, polytheistic religions, with their acceptance of multiple deities and varied interpretations, tend to exhibit greater flexibility and openness to diversity. Bruce distinguishes between two main types of fundamentalism: Western fundamentalism. This form typically arises in response to internal societal changes, such as secularization and liberalization. For instance, the Christian right in the United States has sought to influence politics and culture to align with conservative Christian values. And Third World fundamentalism. This type often emerges as a reaction to external pressures, such as Western imperialism or globalization. An example is the rise of Islamic fundamentalist movements, including the Iranian Revolution, which sought to counter Western influence and assert religious sovereignty. Globalization plays a critical role in intensifying the conditions that lead to fundamentalism. As communities are increasingly exposed to diverse cultures and values, some religious groups respond by reinforcing their identity and doubling down on traditional beliefs. For many, fundamentalism offers a sense of certainty and stability in a rapidly changing and interconnected world. Bruce's analysis aligns with other sociological perspectives that explore the intersection of religion, modernity, and resistance, including Samuel Huntington's Clash of Civilizations. Huntington echoes Bruce's view, arguing that globalization exacerbates cultural and religious conflicts, particularly between fundamentalist and modernist worldviews. Bruce's work also aligns with Giddens's work on reflexive modernity. Giddens suggests that fundamentalism represents a reaction against the uncertainties of modernity, where traditionalists resist pluralism, relativism, and cosmopolitanism. And support for Bruce can be found through Zygmunt Bauman's Liquid Modernity. Bauman describes how fundamentalism provides a solid foundation in a liquid modern world, offering clarity in an era marked by shifting identities and values. Bruce's analysis, while insightful, has attracted several criticisms. Firstly, for his overemphasis on monotheism. Critics argue that fundamentalist movements can also emerge within polytheistic or secular contexts, challenging Bruce's focus on monotheism. Secondly, for a neglect of social and political factors. His emphasis on theology overlooks other influences such as inequality, colonialism, and state policies, which often play a pivotal role in fostering fundamentalist ideas. Bruce's distinction between Western and Third World fundamentalism has also been criticised for oversimplifying the complex motivations behind these movements. And finally, post-secular theorists like Jose Casanova challenge Bruce's assumption that fundamentalism primarily arises as a response to secularization, suggesting that it may also thrive in societies where religion remains strong. Bruce's framework of fundamentalism can be applied to various examples, including Christian fundamentalism in the US. Groups such as the Moral Majority seek to influence politics to uphold conservative Christian values, often opposing abortion and same-sex marriage. Islamic fundamentalism and movements like Al-Qaeda or the Iranian Revolution aim to reject Western influence and establish a pure form of Islam through the implementation of Sharia law. And finally, Hindu nationalism. Although rooted in polytheistic tradition, movements like Hindutva exhibit fundamentalist tendencies, demonstrating that fundamentalism are not exclusive to monotheistic religions. Steve Bruce's work provides a compelling framework for understanding the rise of religious fundamentalism in a globalized world, particularly its connection to monotheism and reactions to modernity. By identifying how fundamentalist groups respond to perceived threats, he sheds light on the ongoing tension between tradition and change. However, Bruce's focus on monotheism and Western secularization has been critiqued for oversimplifying the complex dynamics that shape fundamentalist movements. For sociology students, Bruce's analysis offers invaluable insights into the ways in which religion intersects with modernity, resistance, and globalization in contemporary society. That concludes this Tutor to You Sociology topic video on beliefs in society, looking at the work of Steve Bruce on fundamentalism. Thanks for watching.